Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you concerned that someone you know is becoming too prepared? Let me know if you're concerned down in the comments. Some people may be because they don't want anyone to know that they're getting prepared. But I've gotten this from several people, so I thought I'd do a quick video on it. I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on any of that kind of stuff, so I would not have seen this personally. But as you can see here, Facebook is asking if you're concerned that people are becoming too prepared. And they care about you, ladies and gentlemen. They care about preventing that E word, that people that are prepared and that people who speak against their government now are considered to be. Others in your situation have received confidential support. So if you are concerned out there, and I'm speaking frankly, if you're one of those that is concerned that maybe your neighbors are becoming too prepared, they could probably help you out with people that have gone through the same experiences and same trauma. Ladies and gentlemen, what they're doing here, this is my opinion, of course. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, none of that kind of stuff. But this is my opinion. It's just human nature, right? So what they're doing here is they're just shaping your thought. More importantly, they're shaping the thought of those who are considering getting prepared. That's who they're shaping the thought of. Because if you have a layman out there that is still living in a normalcy bias, let's say, and they only have 3 days or a week's worth of food in their home. They keep their gas tank at a quarter fill before they go to fill it up. They don't have any extra gas at home. They don't have a backup in order to be able to power their home or power their essential appliances or heat their home. They have no backups. They have no preparations except for the things that they use on an everyday basis that maybe could last them 2 or 3 days depending on how much they ration them. Those are the people, in my opinion, that this is targeting. Because now when they see this, they're like, wait a minute. These people that are prepared and that talk about preparedness, they're the E people, these people right here. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get prepared so that I don't have to freeze during a winter storm. I don't want to get prepared so that my kids don't have to starve if I can't get to the store. I don't want to get prepared so that I don't have to be one of those people out there looting just because I didn't have the things that I needed ahead of time instead of waiting for the storm to get here. I don't want to be one of those people. So let me take a look now and see who I can find that I can turn in, because I want to be good. I want to be a good person. And that's what this is doing. But do you see how they don't ask you the questions that really matter? They don't ask you the questions like, are you concerned that the government is $31.5 trillion in debt and that debt can never be paid off and can only be maintained by your labor, by the taxes that you pay? Meaning that you will pay taxes for the rest of your life with no hopes whatsoever of that debt ever being paid off, which means that your children and your grandchildren and their grandchildren, if we still live in the system that we live in now, will be paying taxes to a government that spends more than what it takes in. Are you concerned about that? You don't hear them asking you about that. Do you hear them asking you questions, or, on this platform asking you questions in the effect of, are you concerned that laws and regulations are being passed without you voting on them? That they're being passed by edict, by executive order, in the fastest rate that I've ever experienced in my short life? And I'm a bicentennial, by the way. Are you concerned about that? Are you concerned that our southern border is really under attack and that no one is doing anything about it, not knowing who is coming in through that southern border? Have you maybe thought about that maybe there's a correlation between people getting into our nation that shouldn't be here and all of these power outages and power stations being attacked? I don't know. Maybe there is. But I have no idea. But I would say that the probability is there. But have you ever thought about that? That maybe other countries that are not friendly to us are sending people to do these things, to do these acts, to take down our power grid? Have you ever heard the term sleeper cell? They don't ask you those questions. They don't ask you, are you concerned that the purchasing power of your dollar has been devalued by 10, 20, 30% just in the last year and a half alone? Are you concerned that your real purchasing power can no longer afford you the same standard of living that you lived a couple of years ago? Are you concerned that your children will go hungry because of the food crisis that we're having with weather and with man-made events? Are you concerned that the price of gasoline or heating fuel or gas is going to get so big that you won't be able to afford to drive a car or heat your home? They don't ask you any of that, but they ask you, are you concerned that maybe some people are getting too prepared? Don't fall for this, especially if you are considering getting prepared. I know for the most part that people that understand that they need to be prepared look at this and just laugh. And that's all it is. Don't stop preparing. Don't stop getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, for what's to come. Because the best thing that you can do to a fighter before a fight is starve them. The best thing that you can do to them is keep them from being able to stay hydrated. The best thing that you can do to them is weaken their system, if you know what I mean. That way, when they get into that ring, they'll get knocked out on their first round. So don't listen to this, look at this and laugh about it, make it a joke, because that's exactly what it is. They're trying to keep people from getting ready for whatever may be coming. And it could be anything. Look at the storm that's happening right now, and it's been happening for the last few days. Look at how many people have lost their lives. There's looting that's going on, for goodness sakes, in just 2 or 3 days after the storm started. So are you really concerned that someone is getting too prepared? Because that someone may be the person that saves your ass. So in other words, if you're not prepared and you're not preparing because you're too lazy and you're living in an imaginary world where you think that everyone is going to take care of you without you doing anything, you better be thanking those people that might help you.